you know, for fame and fortune, that kind of thing, you know, and power and stuff like that. You know what amazes me? I still think that most of them do it because they want to help the country. Because you ever watch, I'm sure you have, C-SPAN, right? You watch C-SPAN?
You know what? We used it last week in our coverage.
Occasion,
all the time.
Hey,
no, all the time. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything more boring than C-SPAN? Think about it. These guys sit in a chair like they're in school, and they debate something for hours. Look at John Kerry and John McCain.
Yeah.
These guys are billionaires, and they're both in different parties. Here's my point. They're billionaires. They don't have to sit in a desk for 8 hours and talk about stuff all day. They could be on the Riviera skiing. These guys chose to sit in that August deliberative body and try to work stuff out. So I know this sounds naive or whatever. At their core, they really want to help.
You know something? I love this. This is you on Monday morning. This is you, a reflective Buddy Flip. See, I was getting slapped around like a handball for saying this 6 years ago about McCain and all these dudes, that they're not scum. They've been made out to be corporate scum, sucking scum. How many houses does he have, this prick? How many people did he take advantage of, this bastard? You know, we went through all of that. I am glad that that is wearing off. They're certainly not valueless. Absolutely. They don't come with zero value to the country. They come with some value.
Right.
Now, do they have the right judgment? Who knows? I mean, I'll tell you one that's more contemporary than the old dude you just mentioned, because I still like McCain, but it looks like he might be in that Reagan stage now, you know, where the events are moving faster than him. He means well, but it's like your grandfather. Who's going to buy bread? We bought bread yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that guy means well. He's not trying to make trouble. But the guy I look at is closer to you and me. You live in Queens. I'm a Manhattan guy, so we both know Peter King forever. This guy's been in Congress, I don't know, since the 90s, maybe earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been my whole life. Now, this guy tries to be reasoned and reasonable, but he does hang with that crazy crowd. He hangs with
he does. And once in a while he breaks ranks, you know, when and I'm sorry to just go on attack, but he breaks ranks only when it serves his immediate constituent purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's funny you mentioned King. I just watched him this morning, and you know, he was against. I don't know if you recall about when Bush was president. He was against the sale of the ports to the Dubai company.
Yes.
He was one of the only Republicans who really broke rank with because the ports, you know, across the river from his constituency. Port Newark is across from Staten Island. So suddenly, you know, he breaks ranks, and I know that was a good thing to do, but at the same time, I can't applaud somebody when it's obvious from his actions he knew the difference between right and wrong, and he still sides with wrong a lot of the time.
I am cut from the same school you are, my friend. Nobody likes a deathbed confession. But in this world, where we're trying to right the ship, I mean, you and I, there's only one reason you and I are doing this. Like you mentioned about the billionaires, why are they doing it? There's only one reason you and I are doing this. It's because we care our whole lives. I mean, I signed up when I was 7 and 6 years old with this John Kennedy inaugural, so I'm in for the duration. So the thing I'll take is in the duration now that I'm 57, right? And I'm like, oh my God, we got to post up some points before I drop dead. I mean, I've been doing this talk show since 1975, and it looks like that's the trajectory of decline. It looks like I've helped the ship go down if they hit me today and go Ed Till. So I'm with you. I'm now so willing to be hopeful that I will take a deathbed confession. I'll condemn it like you. I don't at all refrain from characterizing that way. But in the world, every time he does, that Dubai thing was huge for me. I was actually on Long Island, WLIE, filling in WABC. I was a very plugged-in New York City talk show host at the time of the Dubai issue. So to me, with or without Peter King, I wouldn't have known he was on my team the first day the way I was screaming about it. So you know what I mean? I accept conversions even when they're self-serving if they inadvertently.
You know, go ahead. There was that I forgot what state it was now. I'm sorry, I forgot. There was a Republican congressman whose son came out, and so he changed his view on gay marriage.
You believe that? You heard the language? I'm almost okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
I'm okay with it. But here's the thing: am I supposed to applaud this hypocrite?
Well, you know why? You know why?
Wait a minute. There's another house. Listen, there's another house member. There's another house
Hold on.
member.
Stick with that guy. Stick with that guy. For just one. You know what? I don't mean to interrupt you. You must hate that being on the show. But I do like to parse because they're so valuable. These examples. Look at this guy. You mentioned that I'm not okay with it. I'm almost okay with it. I'm okay. It looks so self-serving. But
real quickly, there's another guy whose son came out, same situation, who said, "I'm still not okay with gay marriage."
Right.
Here's here's the great irony. You applaud that guy because he holds on to his hatred. He holds on. You know, he stands by his principles.
Right. All right. But you and I, what are you and I going to do? Now, obviously, you're committed to being snarky Democrat here. I'm committed to playing both sides of the fence and just seeing what I can get ahead on my score. So we both are going to work this guy. I believe.
Oh yeah.
I believe you and I could use the great healer of all time of humanity. When Jesus went and got the lamb that was lost, he goes, "This is the most important lamb because I saved it. All the other sheep felt like idiots. What are we doing? We did what we were told. No party for us. The prodigal son, big party. The other kids that cut the lawn every weekend, they're getting squat." So, in other words, we were being taught, if you buy this, that, you know, the process of the conversion, even when it's reluctant, even when it's manipulated, it proves to people you can move the molecules. You can actually move it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You follow?
Yeah,
Now, in the long run, it's not very satisfying in the short term. But in the long term, it's what you could do to... Yeah, go on.
It's how progress gets on. I'm like finishing the thought. It's like how progress gets made.
That's it.
Tiny, incremental movements.
Who wants to be a tiny increment? Certainly not me.
Yeah.
I don't want... But you know what? If I see one, I'm in the era of, you know what? That increment is ours. I'll take that crumb. Oh, you see that that scrap over there? Yeah, we'll take that.
It conflicts with man's need, you know, like to see things happen, to you know, why we're here, what we're doing, to sort of jump up and down and scream, "I'm here, I'm here, I'm here," you know, kind of. But life and time goes so slowly, so gradually.
So
it's unsatisfying.
It is, isn't it? I mean, it's extremely unsatisfying. Like if you, I hear myself now. Don't you? You and I are old enough to say this phrase. I thought by this century. This would.
Oh, please.
I swear to God. I swear to God. We're so far.
I internalize that. I don't do that. It's funny you say that. I internalize. I don't externalize it. I don't say, oh, you know, society should have by now. I do the opposite. I say I should have by now.
I scream. Well, you know what? I'm terrible because of this gig, and in stand-up comedy to some degree. You know why? 'Cause I am preachy. There's no two ways about it. You know, I think you're much, but you just exercised restraint. You just described.